Over in Pageland, South Carolina, the Central High School track team has developed quite the reputation.
We have probably 15 individual state champions.
They're winners, all right, but it's how they've managed to do it that has become quite the topic around town.
They call us the grass team because we run on grass.
It's something they don't do by choice. At practice, injuries are common. It took only 5 minutes for us to see one. We paid a visit to their field earlier this spring.
Obviously, track-wise, there are others that have better track facilities than we do.
That is quite the understatement, considering the school doesn't even have an actual track to begin with. In fact, Central is the only one of 4 high schools in Chesterfield County that truly doesn't have one.
Drive.
Chesterfield High and Cheraw High both have tracks. McBee High has access to one, but it's across the street from campus. And yet somehow the Central Eagles continue to amaze, even winning a team state championship back in 2014.
To be able to have that success and not have the facility to be able to practice like other schools do, it's been frustrating.
It seems like the odds are always up against them.
That's it.
When the Eagles compete in meets, they don't participate in the pole vault because the district won't build one for them.
Right knee up.
As far as their equipment goes, that's the worst of their problems. But to be clear, there are others. Because they're lacking in a lot of equipment, Central's had to get pretty creative to help their athletes get ready for events. This hurdle, for example, was handmade out of PVC pipe.
We're always behind the ball, but one thing I learned about these kids, they never complain about our field, practices. They just come out and give it 100.
Get up, go.
But that doesn't mean the team is fine with their current situation. Every year they've asked the Chesterfield County School Board for some help, and every year they're left wondering why they can't get it.
What I hear is sometimes this end of the county might not get what some other ends of the county do.
To find out what was really going on, we decided to take matters into our own hands. Yet when we called the school board, initially we were told they wouldn't talk about Central's track problem. That's when I went to a school board meeting in May to get some answers. I know there's concern and frustration among them, and they've asked questions that I feel have gone unanswered. Now, after repeatedly ignoring our questions, suddenly the board had some news.
That's a part of the plan that we're going to present in just a few minutes.
Interesting how that changed. In fairness, back in the spring of last year, plans to revitalize all 4 stadiums were unveiled by the board. However, this was the first time anyone had discussed it publicly in months.
Central High upgraded football field and 6-lane track.
When I heard that this was talked about again, I was glad to hear it, but it was a surprise to me.
We went back and watched every board meeting from the past year, and we found something else. In August, detailed plans to upgrade Cheraw's facilities were discussed. McBee's needs were broken down the following month, with the attention turning to Chesterfield in October. Somehow, regarding Central, the district never detailed plans until we got involved.
So move.
In a follow-up call, the school board said that was an accident. Many folks at Central, however, aren't buying it.
I never seen or heard from anybody that was so reliable about getting a track.
And so this is where we are. Central wants help from the board, while the board wants help from the community, vowing to solve all with a new proposed penny tax. Among the track team, optimism is not high the vote will pass.
Sprint the hill.
But then again,
A lot of people want us to have a track. At least they verbalize that. This might give them an opportunity to say, hey, yeah, I'm willing to pay a little extra.
it's yet another hurdle, and most likely not the final one. What if it doesn't pass? Then sort of what would happen?
Then we'd have to go back to drawing board for capital funds and see what we could do.
But in the meantime, don't expect any less effort from the Central track team. After all, they've never ran from a challenge before.
If I can run on this, I can do anything.
Go, go, go.
And that is something
That's your goal, the state championship ring.
that will never change.